Hey everybody, welcome to Silver Bullet after Christmas. A couple days after Christmas. Hope you guys had a wonderful time with your friends and family. We are so excited. This is our last week. I can't even believe it, week 13. And so today is our last time we're going to talk about earning income. And I work hard at it for many reasons. So as we talk about this, I want to encourage you to do the same. All right. And I kind of started thinking about this because this month, a few weeks ago, I had the awesome opportunity to be a VIP participant at a meet and greet with Amy Grant and Michael W. Smith, who I've followed for more years than them or I would like to admit. and we got front row seats. It was awesome. But this VIP meet and greet, there are about 20-ish in there, and that was because Compassion International, who I've been with for many years, was the sponsors for that. And so they had invited their local DFW big donors in there. And you know what I loved? I turned to Jim about halfway through and I said, "We're the youngest people in here." And that thrilled me. And I just started thinking, I want people 10, 20, 30 years younger than me, than us, in that room, giving generously, having so much money that they can just pour into people that need it. So there are people that will change lives of millions of families. And because of the people and the animals, they're willing to help and step up. So here I am calling you guys to step up. So yes, I want you to show the income disclosure statement. Remember we talked about that? Ask the person across from you, what would you do if you were making $50, $5,000, $50,000, $100,000 a month, right? And not just a one-time bonus, right? So what if you work for a company and you got a $100,000 bonus at Christmas? That big old, we're talking every single month. You have a 50 or 100 or 150 or $200,000 paycheck. Go look at the income disclosure statement, right? I mean, you can only live or spend so much to live on, I found, right? So who will you help with that? What organizations or ministries do you currently support and those you really want to make a difference in? So what group have you always wanted to give hilariously to? Did you know that in the Bible, when Jesus says, be a cheerful giver, that term in the Greek actually translates to be a hilarious giver, right? So I want us to be hilarious givers. So who are you going to write that big old fat check to? I want you guys to write big, huge, fat checks. And it can be hard to imagine, right, that level of money in our regular paycheck to paycheck American dream lives, right? Because that is not the norm, right? But once your credit cards are paid off, your cars are paid off, your house is paid off, your student loans are paid off, your friends and family that need help are helped, who else are you going to help? And by the way, all of those things should not be paid off before you start giving. Okay, so I don't want you to think, oh, once I do all of those things, I'm going to start giving, right? Money does not make you more generous. It accentuates the generosity you've already been practicing, okay? So if you remember Michelle Skoczek's post in Silver Bullet on December 6th, she posted a video link of April Pointer doing a great income opportunity class at one of our monthly meetings. And it was amazing. So if you haven't gone and seen that yet, I want you to go watch that. That's Michelle Skoczek's on December 6th was that one. And April does such a great job of not flaunting her massive paychecks, right? And I say that she's going to be cringing, but I'm saying, go look at the income disclosure statement and look what an average RCD makes, right? But she doesn't flaunt all that, but what she does, and did such a great job in that video, is that she shares how many people and organizations that she and Jay were able to help that month or that year, right? So you don't have to drive fancy cars and be dripping with diamonds. No judgment if you want to do that. But I'm just saying there's a bigger purpose in our lives, right? And I want you to find yours. Now, we love animals, so we support a lot of organizations for that, like the Texas Cattle Dog Rescue. If you know, we've rescued two healers, blue healers, cattle dogs, SPCA, Operation Kindness, Vet Dogs, which is an amazing organization that helps the dogs that have been in military service, the Samaritan Inn, which is our only Collin County, the county that we live in. It's our only homeless shelter. So we are currently building the building that is going to house the cats, because people come in there and they don't want to leave their animals, right? So we want to make sure there's a place for them. So we don't have kids, right? But I've been raising kids up in the Lord, clothing and feeding and educating them since I was 19 years old, right? And at that point, it was $19 a month with Compassion International to sponsor a child. So that was the first time I started like financially giving and officially supporting people on my own. We did things, growing up and all, but that was the first time. So now, thanks to Young Living, we have the opportunity to send our sponsored kids through college and vocational trainings, building wells, getting critical medical needs, helping women in impoverished countries start their own businesses. That's all. We've done that just with Compassion International, but we also love, did I not flip the screen so you can't see that? Young Living Foundation. Okay. The Young Living Foundation, right? We love that. One of our favorite, we have a few favorites in there. We've had 2 girls graduate through the Ecuador, the Young Living Academy down in Ecuador in Chang'an. But we love Hope for Justice, that we support in there. So anytime when I round up on every order, I specifically designate that to go to Hope for Justice. And GAIN is another one of the great ministries that we support. They are the humanitarian arm of CRU, or what used to be known as Campus Crusade for Christ. So they actually go into these places. I'm talking countries, and I like geography and things, but I've never even heard of these countries. They're all not Kazakhstan, but there's something Stan at the end of something. I'm like, where is that? Like, how do you even know the needs that are there? But they go in and help these people with, the things they need, food, blankets, whatever the situation they are. Friends that are missionaries, like, I don't even know how many we support. I lost count on that, but I love that. Feed My Starving Children. If you've seen my Facebook, you know that that's something that we love. So we're helping to bring a permanent meal packing site to Dallas-Fort Worth, and that's going to add an additional 50 million meals per year to starving people around the world. So, Young Living is 24 years old now, right? Our Young Living businesses are for the long run, right? This is not a sprint, this is a marathon. And you can get to certain ranks as fast as you want, but we are here as a business for the long term. Most network companies, that is not the case. That might be their initiative, but that's usually not how it falls out. So I want you guys to think about whatever pace works for you, but I want you to think about how many people you can help now. And if you really focus on your Young Living team members and help them get what they want, how many more people can you help in and out of your family, right? Like, just how many more people, if you just said, I'm really going to do this, like I am buckling down, and in 2018, it is on. Like, I don't want to drag this out any longer than it needs to be, right? So your homework today is to write down, grab a piece of paper, and you may have to do a little searching if you haven't done an exercise like this before, but 10 organizations that you are going to give hilariously to. And if you can't find 10, just let me know. I'm happy to give you suggestions because I know about 100,000. So I'm happy to help you with that. But remember what we said, being wealthy does not make you generous, right? Having money does not. So start now. And you might be wealthy now. Great. Let's up our game on that. If you're not, start giving now. Give to those 10 that you write down that you are passionate about, or that you want to become passionate about, and you're just starting to set your sights on that. But $5 a month. What if you're giving $5 a month to 10 different organizations, right? That's $50 a month. And if you don't have an extra $50 a month, go sponsor, like you should be anyway, 2 more people a month, right? That's $50. And if they do extra, or that's a minimum of $50. If they do extra, order extra on that first order, it's more than $50, right? So although we like to put that back into our businesses, there's room for that, but go help people. I want you to do that. So you see, one of the great benefits of Young Living and the network marketing model is this: a business allows us to give ourselves a pay raise at any time for any amount, right? Now, I do understand that it takes work and priming the pump and all of that, but you don't have to wait for your boss to give you maybe a 1 to 3% annual raise, right? You don't have to ask off for time to go on a mission trip and help people, right? Or be afraid of getting fired or replaced or moved. So you own your own business. I own my own business, and that is why I treat it like a business. If it's up to you to make that growth happen, right? We know God brings the increase, but we know that we have to step out on faith and actually open our mouth so people know what we're talking about and know what we're about. So I pray that 2018 is a year of great opportunity and abundance for you, so that the giving to others grows exponentially, because that is what is totally going to feed you, right? So I want you to grab your abundance oil. I talk about abundance oil a lot because it's that valuable. Grab that. Grab your Oola Grow, right? So we want to grow our abundance. Maybe you need to grab some Believe. Never a bad idea. Maybe Highest Potential is what you need to grab. Maybe Gratitude. Maybe you need to encourage the gratitude in your own life, in your own heart, so that you can start looking out to see the needs of others, right? And the needs of others doesn't, that can be a physical doing of something as well, right? How about motivation? Maybe you need a little extra motivation going into 2018 after, cooking it in 2017. So grab some of this. Maybe you weren't taught or haven't developed the habit of giving, right? So I want to encourage you to put that on your goals for 2018. Maybe you need some release oil. Learn how to release all the abundance that God has given us and given you and given me, right? So extra release oil over the liver right there. So here is to a great 2018 of opportunity and abundant living and helping others. And I hope you have a terrific day, my friends. Thanks for being with me. See you later. Bye-bye.